Success comes to those who keep the ears open and the mouth closed. This is a quote from John D. Rockefeller. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets Weekend Edition with me, your host Marcus. On today's episode, we're going to talk about two key things, habits and energy. Two things you need if you're going to be successful in your life. Okay, now, if you're new to this channel is dedicated to people who are self-employed, want to be self-employed, or just anyone just interested in being, successful in their life. Okay, now, it was Aristotle who said that 95% of what we do is out of habit, okay? Whether that's the time we wake up, the first thing we do when we go to work, things like that. Now I want to ask you something on this Saturday. As you have time to think and ponder your life, how would you describe, the habits in your life? Do you have a lot of good habits and therefore, your life's turning out beautifully? Do you have a mix of good and bad habits, or do you just have so many bad habits that, your life's becoming a bit overwhelming, okay? Because the life you have now is a result of habits that you've had in the past, okay? That it's not what we do, like Bruce Lee said, I don't fear the man who does 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who does one kick 1,000 times, okay? That discipline and consistency is what's going to build your life into what you want it to be. For example, if you're self-employed, let's say, you're an artist or you're a painter or you're a pianist, okay? What's going to separate you from so many other people, and this is what people who are looking to buy are looking for, what's going to separate you is the fact that you're willing to do things that other people are not willing to do. Do you study your craft every single day? Are you chasing excellence every day? Have you made a habit of excellence in your life? And if you have not, why not? Okay? I'll tell you a secret to make things a little bit easier for you on your journey of self-employment is that people are looking for excellence. Think about it, you're looking for excellence from people you hire, vendors that you give money to. You're looking for excellence, okay? Now I want to talk about two things today, okay? Now when it comes to this, now when I talk about this topic, I'm just referring completely to just success, okay? Now here's what I want to say is that habits are king and energy is queen, okay? Now what do I mean by that? Now purely when it comes to success, I'm going to talk about this as we know, I'm Christian. I believe Jesus is king overall, okay? Over habits, over everything, okay? But when it comes to just being successful, habits are king, energy is queen. Now, what exactly does that mean? It means that habits are the number one thing that's going to determine how your life ends up playing out, okay? Remember, 95% of what we do is out of habit, okay? So a lot of the mess that we have in our lives, that we made a habit of making a mess of things, okay? Now, when I say energy is queen, you've got to have energy to do stuff, okay? Your habits won't mean much if you don't have the energy to do things, okay? This is why, self-employed people, they work a lot longer and harder than people who just have a full-time job, okay? Like you reap what you sow, and you're gonna get, if you put more in, you're automatically gonna get more out just because you're putting more into it, okay? But with the habits, like you gotta think to yourself, okay, what habits do I have that are gonna move me forward? Like, a question I like to ask myself every now and then, I'm not perfect about it, but it's like, are my habits of today on par with the life that I want tomorrow? Okay, a lot of us want financial freedom, or we want, emotional freedom, but we have these bad habits that do not support our dream. Okay, for example, if you want financial freedom, all you basically have to do is save money, then invest it. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do know something that can help you to have more money, and that's pretty much what a lot of us think about, and this is called the ISSI method, creating more money in your life. The first one is income, okay? Second one is savings. Third is simplification, and the fourth is investment, okay? Maybe one day I'll make a video about this, but if you want to have more money in your life, being self-employed, if you do a good job for the clients that you have, they're going to refer you, and then you use that money to make income, simplify your life, save, and then invest, okay? It's really that simple, okay? If you make that a habit, you will have more money. It is honestly that simple, but a lot of us, it really just comes down to emotional control. They say entrepreneurship is defined as the ability to endure pain for long periods of time, okay? Now, you being self-employed and whatever it is you're trying to do, and a lot of times in our life, we may not be self-employed, we're entrepreneurial in different things that we do, okay? Now, based on that definition, have you made it a habit of being able to sustain through tough circumstances, okay? Can you sustain working a long time for a really long time? Can you work 10, 12 hours in a day can you do that for a full week? Can you push yourself to this type of capacity? Now, I'm not perfect at this, but we got to ask ourselves these questions. We got to be chasing excellence, make a habit of excellence in our life, okay? Because remember, 95% of what we do is out of habit, and success comes to those who keep the ears open and the mouth closed, as John D. Rockefeller said. Okay, we've all got a way to learn, and we got to just be humble and move towards a life that we want. Understand that these flaws, these bad habits are keeping us back more than our good habits are taking us forward. Okay, I want to say that again. The bad habits that we are cultivating, that we've created in our lives, are holding us back more than the good habits that we have are bringing us forward. Okay, I read a quote. There's a quote I like to think about from time to time that says, our strengths will only take us as far as our weaknesses will allow. Okay, now think to that to yourself. Okay, what strengths do you have that you have made habitual? Okay, are you a habitual good listener? Are you habitually good at keeping track of your money? Are you habitually good at getting people to listen to the things you say? It might be good to just look at your habits and be like, okay, if we know our habits are going to determine our life, and we pair that with energy, that's when we're going to start to see the kingdom we want. Remember, habits king, energy queen, and then you begin to make that kingdom you want, the life you want. Okay, now if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and family. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday on my respective channels. Remember, consistency is a habit. I've been consistent about it. Okay, now you got to be consistent too. This is an important thing, because remember, what separates the winners from the losers in life is those who do the hard things. Okay, now, and as always, unsuccessful people that make decisions based on their current situation, and successful people, hopefully you make decisions based on where you want to be. Okay, make decisions based on where you want to be. Understand, internalize, and understand that habits are king when it comes to success. When it just comes to success, I want to be very clear about that. Habits are king, energy is queen. Okay, you got to have energy to get the things you want, and to have a good energy, you got to have a good attitude, be grateful, all that sort of stuff. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.